Okay, so when this comes up, you see the live right there. I need you to click on it so they can see. Oh, you can have a seat. Hey guys. Hey family. We're having music today. Hey. Okay, let's go ahead and get everybody in here. How do I share this first? Let me just figure that out. Okay, we have a couple of people. Hey guys. Hey Dominique.
What up?
And people are taking photography. If you guys don't know, that's Aunt Angela over there from the group. Okay, and a couple of people in the audience. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started today, guys. DJ, are you able to find it yet? Okay, we'll just wait a few minutes. We're gonna get one person on, so we're gonna get everybody opportunity.
That's right.
Yes.
And welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here you go, bro. Okay, we got it. Hey, hey! So we want to welcome everybody to our first Photogenic family reunion. Okay, we want to thank everybody. Welcome you guys for coming to our first Photogenic family reunion. Whether you're here in person or you're at home, the purpose of us doing this is to show you our product and to tell you our purpose and to inspire you to go out into the world and do great things. So before we get into our live hair tutorials today, we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of announcements. So firstly, we have Nicole Ward here.
Hello, family. How are you?
So we've been putting together this huge Atlanta event, and we had to have space, we had to have vendors, we had to have food, we had to have promotions. And this has been my number 2 with all of that. So let's give Nicole a round of applause for making all this happen today.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Super excited to be here. Love the Photogenics family and all the energy that we bring.
Thank you. So first thing, we're gonna make some announcements. Oh, I have a microphone. Oh, I guess do we need it? Oh. Is that better? Hey! Okay, I know I'm loud. Okay. So we're gonna make some announcements, guys. I want everybody, okay, everybody can hear me? Okay. So the first announcement I'm going to make is that, so in our first family meeting, I kind of told you guys my purpose. I said my number one thing I wanted to do was, I want the work that I'm doing in my life right now to benefit my family 5 generations from now. And I want my people to understand that it's not about surviving, it's about thriving, you know? Everybody's all caught up in how can we survive, how can we make it, that we don't even worry about how can we get ahead, how can we set up our next generation to be better than we are. So that's like the number one thing I'm here to do, is to make sure that my family is provided for the next 5 generations. And the number 2 thing, I want to do that by advancing the culture. A lot of us can make money, we know how to make money, but it's oftentimes, you know, at the dismay of, you know, a group of people or, you know, or things of that nature. We want to make sure that everybody's living their best life, you know what I'm saying, including us, including you. We want you guys all to be excited. How does that sound? Hey, okay. So we got some announcements. Number 1 announcement, we have entered into a partnership. So this is the first time I'm announcing publicly that Photogenic is now the official hair care sponsor of the Mr. USA pageant. We did it. So that's the number 1 announcement today, guys. So the number 2 announcement is, this sounds horrible.
It's all right.
The number 2 announcement is we're going on a 6-city tour. Atlanta's just the first city, so we have 6 cities lined up. And Nicole's gonna go ahead and give you the corresponding cities and the dates.
Well, as you see, this is our first, yay, to Atlanta.
Woo!
And then, of course, we have a few others. So, August 11th, we will be in Detroit at the Detroit Natural Hair Expo. August 17th through August 19th, we will be in New Orleans, and that is at the Mr. USA pageant. So we hope to see you guys there. We hope you meet us there. And August 26th, we're in Lansing, Missouri?
Lansing, Michigan.
Michigan, okay, and Capital City at the biggest hair show, number 2.
Yeah, okay, so let me go back. Let's go ahead and reiterate these. So today is the first city. We're in the ATL.
Hey.
You guys expressed interest, and we came. We're here. The next city we're going to be on August the 11th. We're going to be at the Detroit Natural Hair Expo. It's like the biggest hair show there. It's at Cobo Hall, downtown Detroit. You know, come kick it with us, guys. We're going to have a vendor space there. We'll be answering questions. We have a pop-up shop. You know how a family does when we get down, okay? Our next event is 8/17 to 8/19. That's next month also. We're going to be in New Orleans for the Mr. USA pageant. So we're going to be going live with the contestants. We're going to have backstage access. We're going to be talking to them about their ambitions as far as like how they fit into the world and, you know, with the Photogenic family and stuff. So that's going to be a really, really great thing for us, you know, family to be backstage and, you know, be a part of. Then we're going to do the Lansing, Michigan, capital city's biggest hair show. We're going to have a vendor space there. And then our next city is going to be the Indianapolis Circle City Classic. And that's going to be on the September the 22nd. So we only announced 5 dates and we said that we have 6. So there's going to be an upcoming date to be determined, and we're going to have a contest or something of that nature to get you guys involved because we want to be where the demand is, right?
Awesome.
So wherever you guys want us to be, we'll come. Sounds good?
Hey, something planned.
Okay. Round of applause for
All right,
sure.
awesome. Well, make sure you catch us in a city near you.
Yes, absolutely. Lisa. Okay. And the next thing we're going to go ahead and discuss is, now we said that we want to advance the culture, right? Now many people talk about the kind of businesses that they want to support and, you know, things of that nature, but we want to be the kind of business that walks the walk. What are we actually doing for us, you know? So we want to announce another partnership, and I'll go ahead and let Nicole go ahead and discuss this.
Well, this is one of the most exciting things that I've seen. A business taking this type of partnership and placing it under their wing. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
So to kind of announce that, Photogenics will be partnering with a scholarship prep academy, which is located in Orlando. And their mission is to make sure they're sponsoring underprivileged children so that they're able to get uniforms and books, which is an amazing cause. And kudos to Photogenics for something like that. Absolutely incredible.
Now, for those of you who are unaware, these are kids who are actually going to school every day and they don't have books and they don't have uniforms. So it just like blew my mind that would even take place in America, in our country, you know? So we can't depend on the government, or we can't depend on whoever else is not doing what they're supposed to do. We have to take the initiative. We're going to lead the forefront, okay, guys?
Be the people.
So that's another announcement. Now, all the announcements that we made, they're going to be all included in our newsletter. We have a bi-weekly newsletter for you guys with information about what we're doing, where we're going to be, giveaways, and things of that nature. So speaking of giveaways, let's get some popping right now.
Ooh, giveaway!
How should we do the first giveaway? Who wants something?
Oh, all right. Let's see what we got.
How are we gonna do this, guys? What y'all want to do? So let's ask some questions. Let's ask some Photogenic Trivia.
Ooh, I like.
Okay, so we've been in business since January, and this is July. Do you see how much we've done in the course of only like 7 months? This is crazy, right? So I mentioned in our first family meeting how much money we made our first month of business. Who remembers?
Dun, 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 dun.
Does anybody from home want to answer?
That's right, we have an audience.
Where's the
I'm trying to share it on the actual Facebook page.
Yeah, you gotta go back to where you're at. Oh, you gotta share it on the page.
Any guesses?
Oh, Lisa, did you share on the page? No, no,
Any more guesses?
no.
All right.
Lower. Lower. Higher. Higher. $1! Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, keep going. No, higher. Higher. $1.
All right.
Our first out the business, so listen guys, we got to put on all the stuff. I was like, look at my hair. I was like, who wouldn't want to have hair like this for one product? They don't go crazy for this. Like they don't go crazy. Put a little ad up. Y'all was not messing with us at all. But it's cool because things take time, you know, and with our product, it's a little bit different from other products. We have to teach you how to use it, and the long-term benefits far outweigh the initial benefits. So we're gonna go ahead and actually, speaking of which, it's a good segue. So before I let Nicole go, you have anything else you want to share with us, sweetheart?
Not at this time. Just looking forward to seeing all my Photogenic family.
Thank you so much for being
Thank you
and
very
helping
much.
us out. Thank you
Love
so
to see
much.
you. Absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, thank you. And our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, we have our resident group auntie, Mrs. Angela Lang. Let's give her a round of applause.
What was the giveaway? Who won the giveaway?
Oh, you win a jar of Photogenic. Coming right up. Hi, Angela.
Hello.
Hey, Auntie. So if you're in the group, then you cannot not know this face. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone who's not familiar.
I'm Angela Lane Woods. I am a passionate, avid user of Photogenic. I put all other hair care products aside. It's all about Photogenic at this point.
Thank you so much. Now, Angela, Nicole, I did not know her before Photogenic. I did not know Angela before Photogenic.
Right.
How did you come in contact with the product, and how has it really changed, things for you?
Yes. As you know, you did the ad on Facebook.
Okay.
And I saw it come through my feed. And I thought to myself, because as naturals, we've used a lot of things in the past, and they make all kind of promises, and you pay out all of this money and you use them, they don't work.
Yes.
But I kept watching it, and the ad, you put the video on there.
Okay.
And what made me make the decision to go ahead and purchase, you were interviewing some of your family members.
Okay.
You had some actually model how the product worked, and you did some training on how to apply it.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. So I went ahead and purchased it, and when I tell you, the first time that I applied it, again, my expectations were low because of things that I had done in the past. And I pulled out a chunk of hair, and I raked it through there, and I'm like, wait a minute, where did those curls come from? And from there, it's been a win ever since.
That's amazing. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
And so we were speaking of the long-term benefits, right? Now, you have already begun to notice some, correct?
Right.
So, okay, go ahead and explain.
And now let me tell you how excited I am about the benefits, aside from the curling and styling. I posted a couple of pictures in group. I don't really think they showed how serious the hair issue that I had at the time was.
Can you describe that to us?
Yeah, I had bald spots around the edges. Here, I had to do illusion styling. There were bald spots here, bald spots there. I had a big patch here, and my crown was broken off. Now, as you can see, I've got hair everywhere here. And then, so much so, and then my hair is sticking up because I'm low density. I'm getting older. When you get older, you're on meds and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So my hair was thin. It has sticking up so now.
I can't even tell.
That I know. When I style it down, I'm like, what am I going to do with all of this hair? So it's growing. It's sticking it up. I have no issues with keeping it moisturized.
Wow.
All I'm doing is winning with the product.
Wow. I just want to know that you are an inspiration to us all.
Thank you.
For you guys that don't know, like Photogenic, it's a very long process to actually make the product. And when I was in law school, I wasn't using it as much as I should have been, because it takes so long, and it's very expensive to make, which is why we make it in mass production, because we want to make it in mass production so we can buy it so it can be affordable and attainable to all of you guys, right? So when I stopped using it for maybe a year and a half, and I kept wearing my hair in a bun, right? So I went to the barbershop one day to get my hair braided, and when I got my hair braided, my barber was like, you don't want to get your hair braided. I was like, why not? And he parted my hair, and I had it was bald up here. And I was like, oh my God, I did not know. So I was looking up hair transplant. I'm not going out like that. I was taking a mortgage on my house to save my hairline, okay? Okay? It's serious. So, long story short, all I used was Photogenic, and I grew my hair back. And I talk to a lot of people. I'm very involved in a lot of different things. Like right now, I'm developing a television show. I'm an attorney. I have clients still, and I just felt like when I felt like I was onto something. Like I had to offer this to everybody else. If I found something that I could do my hair with one product, I was in sales for like a decade before I went to law school. I was in corporate America. I would travel a lot. I would always travel with 2 bags, one for my clothing and one for my hair products. Because to me, like the way that we present ourselves is the way that we're perceived. And we may not know it. You know, when we're going into situations, you know, I've been on both sides of a lot of situations. I've been interviewing, you know, and I get people that come in and they're natural, you know, and you know, natural does not need to mean unkept. It does not need to mean dry. It does not need to mean wild, you know. And I try to tell people, I was like, you as a parent, you want to maintain your hair every day. There should be nothing that you put on your hair on Monday and you think your hair gonna be popping next Saturday still. And maintenance could be just looking in the mirror, making sure I'm okay today. Because you know what? If you're not combing your hair, guess what else's hair not getting combed every day? Your children. They're going into the world, they're being judged, you know what I'm saying? And we know this happens, as unfortunate as it may be. So let's just go ahead and be more conscious about how we look, how we go into the world. Because it's not just about you, it's about all of us. I've been judged in so many instances on other people's actions. Like I have never met anyone that looked like you, who acts like you do, or who speaks like you do, or who, you know, and I'm not an exceptional person. It's just so many of us, you know. I'm doing my thing here, you're doing your thing over there, you're doing your thing over here. Nobody knows. So we're coming together and we're doing some huge, huge things. So let's go ahead and give a round of applause to Angela for coming. Oh, hold on. Okay, now look over here, guys. So you want to go ahead and describe this for us?
Let me show you. The color is not good here,
okay.
But if you can see, there was a patch here. There was almost no hair here at all. Now, it's not showing on the sides, and like I say, here, there were bald spots on the side. I had to do illusion styling. As you see, the puff was small. This was in May. By June, 1 month, as you can see, there's plenty of hair here. You can't tell there was ever an issue here. Even on the sides, they're rolling off the screen. You can tell there's hair here. And look at the size of that puff.
Wow.
And this is with shrinkage.
Okay.
You ought to see how it looks when I have it released.
Okay.
Here's the,
So
what I like is the color.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought it was
yes.
a whole different person.
Wow.
I was like, nice color.
Wow.
Thank you for bringing that up. That's another trick that I use Photogenic for. My hair is naturally gray, silver, and white.
Okay.
I like versatility in styling and color. Before I used Photogenic, I used to color my hair.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore. As you know, Emery, there's a trick he teaches us to do. If you want to wear it out white, it's no problem. You put it in your hand, you rub it out, you rub it till it's white, you put it in, your hair will stay gray, silver, and white. Sometimes I want to be sassy.
Yes. Yes.
So what I do is I put it on full strength.
Okay.
I don't rub it white, and I get variations in color.
Yeah.
This was more of a reddish brown that day. Sometimes I can put it on. I've learned the trick on how to apply it in terms of how much to make it have different colors. Sometimes it looks a little blonde, but it's good for that too. With your versatility, not only in styling, but also in your coloring, especially when you have gray, silver, white.
And you mentioned to me before that before using Photogenic that your hair was so delicate, you had to handle it like like tissue paper, right?
My ends were severely damaged from a permanent coloring hair job. You know who that goes. And then I haven't kept up with my trims. But I want limbs so bad that I've been delaying the trims for as long as I could. Now look at these ends. You can't tell that there's any damage with that. I haven't trimmed my ends since I started, even before using it. And before, I mean, when I tell you I had to handle them like tissue paper, I really mean I had to be really delicate now. Now I put it on, rub it through, no issues, roll out, no breakage, no shed.
Very nice.
I did it this morning before I came here, and I deep conditioned with the Photogenic. I mean, look, again, with one product, you can move through quickly.
Absolutely.
In 30 minutes, I shampooed, I deep conditioned with Photogenic. It took me longer to deep condition it than it did anything else because I left it on for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Took it out, spritzed it. You know, I told you I mix it with water and Photogenic in the bottle. Spritzed it, put a little more on. You see what I've got.
Yeah.
Now, I think I look cute. I don't know what I mean, it's good for everything. All you need aside from Photogenic is shampoo. You get growth, you get length, you get styling options. I mean, what else would you want?
Absolutely.
So,
Well, thank you so much for coming. We are so grateful for you.
and I'm gonna give you another hug
Please,
for bringing us
boo.
this wonderful product.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm so grateful. Everybody, Angela.
Are we doing questions as we go?
Yep.
Somebody have
So, does anyone have questions at this point in time about the product, about anything? Anybody at home have
Angela?
questions?
Even if you had some for Angela and her process or anything?
Anybody have questions for Angela?
Comment.
Okay.
Things that I've noticed.
Hang on, keep them up here so everybody can hear you, please.
Hello, I have a comment, and I'm
Hang on.
not sure if anybody else has experienced this as well, but I used to have a 4.5-hour wash day commitment.
Yes.
I literally couldn't go anywhere. It didn't matter what was going on, this hair had to get done. Photogenic has actually cut my wash day to 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
So I can actually have a life on the weekend without having to worry about my hair and being unattractive and, you know, twisted up. So one of the beautiful benefits of this product, we thank you for that.
Reclaim
Thank
your
you.
time.
Reclaim your time.
Thank you. Now, I know that you guys have been seeing a lot of lives from us, and you've also been seeing some lives from our resident hairstylist, LaTasha, who does hair out of Iowa. And LaTasha is here today. This is the first time that we've ever met in person, let alone done a live together. Let's give her a round of applause. Come on up here. So, what we're gonna go ahead and do for you guys is show you guys a little bit of a demonstration. So, I know that a lot of people talk about how Photogenic works on their hair and the results that they get. So I'm here to tell you guys that Photogenic can, you know, replace or enhance anything that you have going on. So we went ahead and got a hair model today. We just got like a mannequin wig, and this is human hair, 4A, 4B hair, okay guys? And we went ahead and demonstrated with one product how we could straighten this. We've all seen this straighten before. How we can go ahead and do a wash and go. This is the same mannequin, a wash and go, and a roller set. This is no haircut, no nothing. This is just hair rollers and Photogenic. So one product that you're investing can give you this much diversity. You can be any of these girls. You can be Rita, you can be Buquisha, you can be Nene. I'm just playing. But you can be like, it's all about expressing who we are, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people have rules about like, don't come work with this, don't come here with that. I think if you do anything well, you can get away with a lot more things than other people can. Those rules are for the people who just don't do it correctly, okay? So like, other people say, well, we don't want you to wear hair on, like some jobs, you can't wear hair like this style, this style, this style, you know? But I think if you do things, you know, the right way, you know, if you do them like very, very well, a lot of people will have a little more leniency, you know, when you come in the door and you stunting, okay? So, LaTasha, you wanna come here and just give us a little bit of guidance and explanation? So, this is a wash and go, okay? Mm-hmm. So, many people have questions about shrinkage. How do I do my hair at night to make sure my style is, you know, kept up? Like, if you wanna make it last as long as possible, what do I do the next morning, you know? Mm-hmm. So you want to go ahead and give people, you know, a little bit of insight and overview as to how they should go ahead and do this?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, so one of the things with wash and go, you can have, if your hair is really, really wet, it's going to, what happens?
Shrinkage.
There we go. You're going to have shrinkage. So when you have really, really wet hair, your hair is going to shrink. So when you want to get more elongated curls, you want to let the hair dry a little bit more or even apply it on dry hair. And the same thing, you just put through your hands. I don't have any. It's already done, so I don't need to. But you just put, you know, you put a liberal amount. You don't use a little bit like you're using a normal curl aid product because this is not just a curl aid product. It's also a conditioner. So it's got all your, it's your leave-in, it's your curl aid, it's your styling gel, it's everything. So you need a more, you know, more amount. You start at the roots. Let's see. Thank you. I'm gonna do it on this girl right here.
Okay.
We're gonna switch her out. Well, you can kind of see this.
So you want to go ahead and show them the process to get it?
Yeah, just a little, just this one little.
And for all of you guys who don't know how Photogenic looks
comb it.
in person, has anybody not smelled Photogenic before in this room? You haven't? Okay, I want to get a genuine, come on this way, cameraman. I want to get a genuine reaction.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? Hey! So for everybody who don't know, we have hair care royalty up in this mug today. Round of applause. You can stand up. Introduce yourself, please. I know. It's how you doing. Okay, guys.
Hi, I am Sita, the inventor of avocado.
Woo!
And this is my executive assistant, Shantae.
Yeah. And for those of you who didn't hear, Sita is the inventor of the Puff Cuff. Okay? So, executive assistant, can you please and this is what like, people at home, they always have like questions about, you know, the color and how it smells. This is how it looks. So, can you give us like a description of the smell?
Shea butter,
Shea butter,
citrus of some sort.
citrusy. Is it harsh or anything that would be like abrupt or anything? Okay. Yeah, you can touch it. Yeah. It's okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and up here and have. So we have a human here now, right?
Yeah, we're gonna use a human.
Okay, we're gonna use a human. So everyone, this is my aunt, my real life aunt.
Hello.
Thank you for coming today. And can you tell us about your hair and everything? Just so you want to do a consultation or what? Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so one of the things that I've noticed and I've seen a lot of questions is about shampooing, if you should shampoo, if you should condition, or if you should co-wash. I always say take your hair to church. You must shampoo your hair. If you want your hair to be curly and healthy, you have to shampoo. You have to remove the residue. You're going to have to remove the dirt. You're going to have to remove oils off your strands so they are able to get the product to penetrate through the strand. If you have tons of buildup, it's just sitting on the surface. You understand? So it's not going to do what you wanted to do. Another thing I've noticed is that people say, my hair is really, really nappy. You heard those words? You ain't never heard that?
What, nappy?
You hate when we say, don't you hate that? Oh, my hair, or I have dry, coarse nap. They always say coarse. They always say coarse. Just because you have tightly curly hair, that don't mean you have coarse hair. So it's important that when you're picking your shampoo that you're getting the shampoo that's for your hair type, not because of what it appears, but actually what your hair type is. So like in her example, will you think her hair will be very, she'll have coarse hair? She actually has very, very fine, soft hair. You know what I'm saying? So these strands are then this is how you determine. So fine hair is more prone to getting, breaking because it's fine. It's a smaller strand. And also because of the curl, the way it's set up, it gets dry solely because the natural oils from the scalp, it's very hard to get to the ends. And that's why it gets dry. So it's not dry, nappy, coarse hair. It is curly, let's start with that, curly coil, fine, soft hair. So one of the things I like about this product is that it takes these fine curls that you ordinarily wouldn't see because they're all everywhere. This curl's going this way, this curl's over here. So what you see is just frizz. So what you really need is a product that's going to put your hair together and it's going to kind of, get those curls to become friends and work together.
Okay.
And you see how I use a good amount. And her hair is dry, completely 100% dry. And now everybody has their own method. I like the finger claw method.
Okay.
That's my method. Some people use the brush. And I'm not going to say one is better than another. It's all about preference. I don't comb my hair now at all, you guys. But when I did, before I got dreads, I never rarely combed my hair. I always finger comb. I never had any knots. I didn't have any problems. That's what works for my hair. That's what works for me. So I'm showing the method I use a lot at the salon. Now, occasionally when a person has a hair type that requires to use a brush, I will use a brush. I use one of these detangling brush. But you don't want to use necessarily a brush with too many paddles or whatever, because then it can kind of tangle the hair and like break the hair. So you're gonna be gentle, because some of those brushes can really rake your hair out. But you see how this is going from this to this. You see that?
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it.
We're gonna get some better lighting on you in just a moment.
Okay. Okay, it's good. Okay.
Can you see guys better? Okay.
Okay, is that better for you? Okay. So you can see how we went from here to here. This is what this product does. It takes your hair from here and here. And see, because I'm doing her hair and her hair is actually dry, I'm gonna be able to get more elongated curls. So you just kind of pull those down and have them kind of find themselves. See that? I'm gonna do the same side, do another section. You have anything to add to it?
I do have something to add, because when people say that they have shrinkage and they want to combat shrinkage, I'm gonna show you guys how to do this, okay? Now, I created Photogenic, that's all I created. Let's use our like common knowledge that we have about the world. So, who knows about gravity? Okay? So, if you like, the bigger they are, you know what I'm saying, like the harder, you know what I'm saying? So, you wanna go ahead and clump these curls together. From the root, you want to smooth, like this is how I do mine. I'm a little different than LaTasha. See, when I do my hair, everything is intentional. I don't depend on anything to fall anywhere. I'm the master. So I put a little bit more on here. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'll order for you.
Okay.
Easy for
And
you.
then, so like, you know what I'm saying? You can see night and day the difference. So when I do this, I form my own curls. Now,
Okay.
these curls are a little too small. They're gonna shrink up because they don't have enough in the, you know what I'm saying, enough oomph in, like they're
Weight. There's not
enough
enough
weight, you know what I'm saying, to have enough gravity. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you coat it from the top to the bottom. If it's not enough, you can make a larger curl. You can section and you make the curl, you know. So we can go ahead and make that curl right there, and you want to make sure that you get the ends because of gravity. If you don't go ahead and put product on them and they're bouncing up right away, and you say later I have shrinkage, well, when did you expect it to get long? Like if it's bouncing up right away, it's not going to be there. So make sure right now that you're establishing the curl that you want when your hair dries. So see how much larger that curl is in comparison to these curls? Now, this is her curl. Now it's actually going to shrink up enough for the curl pattern to actually form a curl and no more.
Okay.
Now, opposed to these that
It's gonna
are
be more shorter.
way more shorter, and this is going to give you a fuller look. But if you want the elongation, go ahead and do it this way, and you can always take it apart once it dries and get the fuller look. Let me show you how. I'm gonna do a couple more.
Sorry.
No. So you go ahead and do yours like how you're doing it right here. And I'm gonna do
Okay.
mine on this side. And make show people how you can use two different techniques.
And then I was gonna ask you a question too.
Okay.
Okay, so what I've been doing lately at the salon is after I get their hair all curly up, I put them in the dryer.
Okay.
And then I let their hair dry, then I add the product again, and this time I pull it out, but I don't add as much product. And it kind of gives me my elongated curls.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's...
Well, it's no right or
It
wrong way to
works,
do it.
yeah.
I mean, you're doing your hair based on the result that you're trying to get.
Okay.
So, like, oftentimes when we do our hair, you know, we just like do it, and whatever come out is what we get. You know what I'm saying? Have in mind, visualize how you want your hair to be. When you're like doing these curls, if you want curls to go to the front, like you have to know how you want your hair to, so you know which way to pull everything. You know, I want to do it like for instance, with this style right here. This, you know, looks like a haircut for some people. Like we just literally just pull this up and curl, you know. So you can just like, I'm gonna pull like this side back. I'm gonna have all my curls going this way. Even with short hair, you have so much diversity with this product. So we just want to show you guys, you know, a little bit right now. So as you're seeing, you know, the texture, you know, change, and we see how luxurious these curls are right here, and how much, you know, and how bold they are. So those curls are not like just like curls that just came. These are intentional curls.
So these are like almost like finger curls.
Yeah, kinda. And then if you want to, like after they dry, you can take it apart and you'll still have the definition, and you don't have to have your hair stuck to your scalp. Many people say, I don't want that scalp look, so you don't have that either, okay? So that's one thing. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna show you guys how to do something else. So we get a lot of questions over here, please, about at nighttime, how do I keep my hair when I, you know, put on my, you know, like at nighttime, do I do a pineapple? Do I put on the bonnet? How I do my hair at night to get my best hair result, you know what I'm saying, as long as I can. So let me show you guys the technique that I use when I wear my hair down, that it allows me just to get up in the morning, you know, wet my hair a little bit, shake it out, and go about my business. Like hair looking just as good as it did day one. So this is how you want to do it. Just go ahead and you want to take a part all the way around your head. Okay. And I usually do like 2 or 3 of these. I just do like 2 or 3 sections, like all the way around the head. And then I roll under. And let me just demonstrate for you guys. So I just take one section and I just roll it under. And I do this all the way around. And then you can just put a clip right here or whatever you want to put at nighttime. And then I used to do my second section right here. Now this does a couple, well, you can actually do like 3 sections, because if you do like too few, your hair's gonna be let down, it's gonna be flat. Is that understandable? So if you want the volume, you don't have to like, people be picking their hair out, like all your curls be gone, all your product be combed out. Don't do that. Keep the moisture in here. Like there's other ways to do it. It's open for our minds, guys. Like we just gonna use the knowledge that we have about the world. Because I'm a firm believer that when you learn how to learn, you can learn anything. Now we get into you guys with your hair, but it's way bigger than your hair. You guys haven't noticed this yet. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. I'm gonna show you guys the second roll. So we'll go ahead and do this one real quick. And I'm gonna roll that under. And I do this like every night. And this is how like I wake up and like my curls are just fall right back into place. So if you do like this, so you're protecting your hair. You can lay it, like you can lay down, your hair can be flat. And you can wake up in the morning, you know, you can just like literally mist it, and then when you shake your hair out, these curls like this, they'll literally just fall right back down. You won't have any pulling. You won't have any, like, you know how when you do a pineapple, you pull like all your curl out except for the end, so you're trying to put your curls back together the next morning, you have none of that. So literally just like put on the bonnet. I take a shower with my bonnet on, my hair gets like a little bit mist. I take my bonnet off, shaky, my hair falls right back down, just like this. So if you're looking for something that's quick to make your styles last longer, then this is the perfect solution, okay? That makes sense? Okay, let's go back to LaTasha.
I just added the product onto the hair, just kind of doing the finger coil, and then I'm gonna go back and then do the way with the curl like with products and kind of give it more. But really, I'm trying to like, as I'm doing her hair, trying to figure out what kind of style ultimately I wanted to kind of look.
And that's
like,
really difficult, because some people like they just go through it, and then after they get done, it's like, okay, now it's time to like.
Yeah.
But it's like, either if you figure out beforehand some motivation, you know, I'm gonna do a part right here, so everything this side of the part will go this way.
So directing the hair that way.
Yeah, you're directing and you're training your hair. Now, many people don't get the results that they want with the first use. And let me tell you this: I'm taking care of my hair all of my life. You're not gonna put a product on your hair expect your hair to look as good as my hair looks today in one use, okay? You think of your hair all your life, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna put, you never done it to your hair, you're gonna put one product. It's gonna be better, we'll get you there, and we're showing you the techniques and stuff, but just be confident in yourself and your ability. It takes a little bit of time for people to get it. Some people, like, they have to clarify their hair, they have product build up, they have to do trims, they wanna do hairstyles that are not really conducive to their hair right now. We want to get you guys ready to do whatever style you want to do. So I'm gonna just prep you guys. Let's get back over here.
And that's what I like to try to add something in there. It's also, you know, when he's talking about taking care of your hair, if you have wore hair extensions or a wig for the last 3 years, you cannot just take it off and inspect your hair to know what to do when it's curly, because it doesn't know. It hasn't been trained to do anything. So it's been trained to be in braids. So, or, you know, however you've been wearing it. So you have to kind of play with the product, and you need to learn how your hair kind of reacts, because everybody's hair kind of has a different, you know, you have to learn your hair. You have to take out time and learn your hair and learn how to take care of your hair every day, not opposed to just once, you know, in a while.
Yeah. And for the people who say, well, I put Photogenic on my hair on day 1, and by day 5, my hair was doing...
It was frizzy.
Was frizzy. What do you expect? Now, take into account, you put any product on your hair, people go to bed at night, they wake up, they have all kind of activity in the day, they sleep while, I mean, product gets rubbed off, like you do everything, and then come back and complain about your day 3
5
hair.
days later.
Day 5 hair. As an adult, comb your hair every day. That's the solution. Like, if you are an adult, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about like getting in the mirror, spending an hour a day. Look in the mirror, hey, I'm put together. Because you leaving the house, you are responsible for your brand, okay? People are judging you every day, whether you know it or not. Put your best foot forward, okay? Get out here and just be awesome. I'm trying to give you the tools and make it super, super easy, guys. So, I'm gonna tell you how easy I want it to be for you guys. Let's see, let's get do some giveaways. Nicole, come up here. Watch you get that finished. So, Dominique, do we have any questions from at home? Anybody at home have any questions? A 2-strand twist. Okay.
And whether this was a go-to product or a primary product.
Okay.
Those are 2 questions I remember offhand.
Go ahead. Here's the remote, Deidre. You can go ahead and ask them, and I'll let LaTasha answer while she's doing hair. So that way you can go ahead.
I think I'm gonna do a part.
Okay, a part. We know I love parts.
Me too.
LaTasha, so one of the questions was whether or not this can be used for a 2-strand twist.
Absolutely. I mean, it really is going to keep the curls even better. It's going to make them more defined. It also, saying conditions the hair so your hair is healthier. So I definitely use it for a 2-strand twist. I use it for braids. I use it under sew-ins. I use it every day. And I use it on everybody. And I'm in Iowa, so.
Now, you do hair where?
In Iowa, so I use it on everybody.
Okay, so first of all, let me tell you guys how me and LaTasha met. I didn't know LaTasha before Photogenic either. How do we meet LaTasha?
I had seen a girl's hair on Facebook, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, where'd you get your product from? So, so she tells me, and then, so I order it right away, but then I send an email. I want to sign up for when you're in Iowa, you have to get education for your hair type outside of Iowa. So I said, I need to get in your class, I need to get a certification or something. That way when I come back, I can, he said, wow, I mean, I haven't even got that far yet. So,
We just started.
Yeah, so I'm like, wait, you guys this product is really good. Like, this is not like, okay product. This product is really, really good. So I gave it to some of the girls at the salon, and they're using it, and we're all looking at each other like, this is some really good stuff. I'm like, I know, and he's not a hairstylist, he's a lawyer. Like, it don't make any sense. What I like about it is that I rent a chair, so I have to purchase all my product. It has cut down on me purchasing product because now I just get my Photogenic, and then I just have some shampoo, and I do condition, and then